They said organs failure, he's having heart attack, this and that. I want to try as much as possible not to cry in this video, because that's not my mission. I told them, I said, I've Googled, I've watched on YouTube, I've seen people more worse that even went through too many surgeries and they came back to life. My husband will make it. The doctor said, okay, so we should continue. I said, continue. After 2 days, they called me, which made it 10 days. They said, then we have tried all our possible best. The state he is now. He cannot come back. They gave me the Glasgow scale. This, that. And I look at them, I said, my husband will come back. We got there the following day. They called me in the morning. They said, he's no longer breathing. I said, leave the ventilator. When he's strong enough, he will start breathing by himself. So if it was by my faith, my husband could have come back. But God had another plans entirely. At the end of that day, around 3 p.m., they called me in again with some family members, and they told me he's gone. And I didn't believe. I said, let me go and pray for him. And I went there. I started praying for him. And my brother-in-law walked up to me and looked at me straight in the eye and said, Yinka, Bolaji is gone. And at that very minute, I had to accept. So, the essence of my story. My husband is dead today. Whose fault? Coronavirus is killing people all over the world. And now it's in Nigeria. And if people start to die the way people die in America, or coronavirus start to attack the way it has attacked in America, how many people can afford to pay close to 500,000 naira bill per day in order to get oxygen? How many of us in this country can be able to afford some serious hard medicine to cure some things in our body system? How many of us? If even in a government hospital that is meant to be free, they have advanced private hospital where they make people pay millions of naira, knowing fully that their patient is even dead. Taking money from people, knowing fully that the patient is gone. Because I can tell you categorically, my husband died before they put him on ventilator. It's not a matter of probability. I saw it myself. While he was on ventilator, there was no pulse. But I refused to look at that because all I want was for him to come back. I refused to accept that he's gone and tell them, stop deceiving me, he's gone. Because I wanted him to come back and because I know God can still do miracle. In a nutshell, Nigerian health sector is a zero. If within 8th of March to 17th of April, 32,000 human beings have died in America. If this pandemic struck in Nigeria, what do we have? What facility do we have to sustain us? Is it the facility that they are selling to people at exorbitant amounts? Is it the facility that is meant to be free that we are paying for? I have told one or two people, I said my husband is gone today. It is the government's fault. He could have survived. Such accidents, when the victim had head injury, if there are medical attendants in place, rapid response squad, if they are in place, a victim of motorcycle accident that already had head injury is meant to leave the spot in an helicopter with oxygen already running through his nose. Because what they needed was oxygen. My husband is dead today. Whose fault? Nigerian government. Because the accident that killed my husband was caused by a pothole on an highway. Not just an highway, a federal highway connecting two states. I don't know what a pothole is supposed to be doing on a federal highway. I've been to some advanced countries. I've never seen that there. My husband died today. Whose fault? Government's fault. Because they were so myopic to have allowed some set of people to call themselves all right in order for elites like us to have trust in them, and trusting our lives in their hand, not knowing government will not put proper checkup in place. Because if there was nothing like all right, if there was nothing like Gokada that we can request online, I would believe that yes, these people, they are well trained. My husband will never take a ride on the highway. I would love to put everything in God's hand, like that is the way God wants it. I've decided to step forward. I've decided to move forward. But the conscience is telling me, you have to let people know they are not safe. Nigerians, we are not safe. I was able to transfer my husband from their emergency surgical unit to the critical care unit where we paid bill in millions. What about the people that could not afford that? What if there was no help from anywhere for me to be able to afford that? Nobody planned for accidents. That very night after my husband, they brought another 4 victims. Two of them brought in dead. The same motorcycle accident. The other 2, they rejected them. That there is no bed in a government hospital. Their fates, only God knows. I spent 11 days in that environment, and so many people died, including my husband, because of doctors and nurses' carelessness, because of Nigerian government's carelessness. Now tell me, if COVID-19 strike the way it is in America, Nigerian medical sector cannot contain it. I cannot blame those doctors. They now pay them by percentage of what they make. That is what they do at CCU and ICU. The money the doctors make, that is what they are using to pay them. And at that ratio, they will pay them. And that is why they are looking to extort money, take money from people. Even when they know their patients are long gone, they are dead, they will still keep them, deceiving the family members. This video can go anywhere. Do you even know what it means for you to lose your best friend? The only person you could tell anything without thinking twice, whether it will stay between 2 of you or not. Because you know it will definitely stay between the 2 of you. Do you know what it means for me to come online to do this video? Do you know what it means for me to take care of 2 children that we both brought to this life with a plan that we want to take care of them? Do you know what it means for me? Do you know what it means for so many women out there that have lost their loved ones just because of government carelessness? I am not blaming anybody. I am not trying to pass any blame to government. People will go to school and graduate with good grades. They won't get a job. Everyone on the street of Lagos, on the street of Nigeria, have become hustler, just like they didn't even pass through school. I am a typical example. My husband is a typical example. Do you know how many people that have lost their life just because of Nigerian government carelessness? Then I was telling someone, I said, I can stand anywhere. If Buhari is standing like this, I will tell him, Buhari, you people killed my husband. You people turned me into a woman without a husband. You people turned me to a sad woman. But I was smart enough to choose happiness. Some people don't have that grace. Many people don't have the grace that I had. They wish they could, but the grace didn't come for them. I have been indoor for close to 1 month because of this pandemic. All alone by myself with my children. I have to feed them every day. And I'm doing that alone because of government carelessness. If everything had been in place, if Nigerian government, since the time of civilian, had done the right thing, a lot of this will not happen. I am not going to cry for you people to see my tears. I'm only going to spew it to your face. You cannot keep doing this to people. You can't keep doing this to people. I've seen people died because of loss of their spouse. They couldn't carry on. I've seen people run mad because of loss of a spouse. Because they could not carry on. I was able to carry on, but as a sad woman. Because my life can never be complete without my husband. It's not possible. We choose each other for a reason. Yes, his time had come, he has gone. But because of your carelessness, Nigerian government, from day one, from the first minute of his accident to the last minute, it was your fault. When Buhari's son had motorcycle accidents, you people used the government private jets to fly him out with immediate effect. And today, he's healthy, he's living, and he's fine. Which means my husband, if he had gotten such attendant, he would have been alive today, living healthy. Even if not healthy, I was ready to take care of him. I was ready for whatever outcome, as far as it is not death. God will judge you. God will judge all of you, Nigerian government. God will judge all of you. And we have been indoor for 1 month. You did not even in any of your speeches remember that there are widows indoor taking care of their children all alone by themselves. Yes, we are many, thousands of us all across the country. American government made provisions for widows. Europe government made provisions for widows. Only Nigerian case is different. A lot of people are indoor. They couldn't feed their children. They are dying in hunger. And you people are in your home eating, filling your dining with different kind of fruits and different kind of food. God will judge you. Nigerian government, God will judge you. I refuse to accept that I am a widow from day one. But today, I stand there as a widow and I curse all of you. God will judge you if you don't make amends. God will judge you. God will judge you if you don't make provisions for Nigerian widows. God will judge you. I've met a lot of widows that have called me to send them money, to help them, to please advise them. How am I coping? How am I doing it? I'm still happy like this. Nigerian government, if you don't do something for widows in this pandemic period, something tangible, God will judge you. Because the cause of death of so many of their spouses, you were the one that caused it. Good day.